A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the divine masculine contacting the divine feminine after some amount of gap has been there between their communication. And after he was not talking to her for some time. Now that sometime could be different for different people because it's a public channeling, so I cannot really say how much time for specific people. But the reason why he comes back to her or why he is calling her is because he, after going away from her, got himself entangled into some other relationship, thinking that this relationship is going to be the ideal, perfect relationship for me. And initially the karmic was very nice to him and just the way he wanted the DF to be actually. So whatever he was expecting from the divine feminine, he did not get it. Now what was the number one thing that he was expecting from the divine feminine was that she should please him and she should say yes to everything that he says, like every damn thing. She should not have a mind of her own. Or actually, even if she has a mind of her own, he kept on thinking that whatever she is saying does not make sense, is not correct, it's not real. He finds it to be very illogical and impractical. Now, this is basically happening because he is an extremely logical person and she is being an extremely emotional person. However, when they meet, by the time they meet, the feminine has done considerable amount of inner work. Twinflame always meets the feminine, the masculine I'm talking about, midway. When she has done half of her work or a good amount of work, you could say that her root chakra is just about to get aligned when she meets him. So he is the one who's going to give that push to her, because of which the root chakra will get fully aligned and then she'll become totally independent in the three-dimensional materialistic reality. So that's why he meets her right at the right time of the timeline. However, at that point in time, because she has already, gone through episodes where naysayers have tried to stop her or negative people have tried to stop her from speaking her truth, from being honest, because there are I'll tell you what happens in this case, the narcissistic abuse. So what do the narcissists do is, the narcissist, if they like someone, they want that person to 100% say yes to everything they say, or 100% be on the same page. That's what a narcissist wants. And when a child goes through narcissistic abuse, at that time what happens is that the child could be good in 10 things, okay, let's divide that. The child could be knowing 10 things, out of which 5 things the narcissistic adult likes and 5 the child likes personally. Okay, 5 the child is doing because they feel like, okay, it's my mother or my father or some sister, brother, whatever, whosoever it is, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, auntie, blah blah blah. So the 5 things the child is doing just to please them. The remaining 5 child is doing with their own personal wish and will. Now already a child doing 50% things for the other adults is already quite painful for the child, because that's not the natural way the child is born or it's supposed to behave on planet Earth. But there is some kind of sympathy that the child has generated, or the programming is such that they keep this guilt and shame, they use it like a tool to program the child. So the child is like, okay, let them be happy, I'll do it for them, I'm gonna be a pleaser. At the same time, they make the child feel that if you don't do these things, you are not acceptable by us. We are not going to love you, you are not going to be a part of this family. They may not say it directly in the words, but they will somehow put it across. So the divine feminine, while growing up, she turns into a people pleaser, but because of the ascension, because of the inner work, because of her fascination or attraction towards the real life, the authentic life, somehow she starts coming back into alignment after going through a hell lot of suffering many toxic relationships, you would say in some cases, and running around and chasing around and trying it out and blah blah blah. So many things happened with her. Finally, she realizes that all of the things she wants to discard, and she wants to adopt an ascension lifestyle, authentic lifestyle, no matter what happens now. And I keep coming across so many narcissistic people, sometimes they like content on my one channel, and on the other channel, the same people are like, oh, on the Twinflame channel, you were making so much sense. On the Twinflame channel, you were saying all the amazing things. I really liked you. But on this other channel, you are not saying this. On that other channel, you are not speaking this. On your blog, you are not saying this. Oh, you are not wearing these type of clothes. Oh, you are not acting like this. Oh, you are not behaving like this. So that is, how society is. Society wants you to become 100% like them. Whereas society itself is full of flaws, and itself it is full of problems. If society is not full of flaws, then why are there so many rapes and child trafficking and, discrimination on gender and so many issues? Like, I can make a list out of it right now. There is hypocrisy, there is conspiracy, there is corruption, there is disparity, all these flaws, where gender biases are so strong sometimes. People are not accepting transgender in some countries. In some countries, this is not happening. Some countries, war is happening. In some countries, child marriage is happening. So many flaws. This whole world is full of flaws, So that type of society wants you to conform to it. But the twin flame journey or the ascension journey is not about also saying completely I am not concerned about the society. Because of these flaws that the society throw onto you, you become a person who eventually ascends and integrates with source. So you sometimes have to give it back to people. You don't have any other option. And similarly, the divine feminine in some occasion gave it back to the masculine, because if she is saying everything according to him, then he really likes her. If she is saying yes, yes honey, yes baby, yes my love, the patriarch in him is very happy. The patriarchal elements in masculines are sometimes very high. They have this very big superiority complex about being a man or being a masculine or being the provider. They want the feminine energy to serve them. Whereas it's actually opposite. The masculines are on this planet to serve the feminine. It might not be, liked by someone who's egotistical. Even the feminines who have, they feel that they have masculine energy, they should understand that they are here to serve the feminine. Now they could be serving feminine in the sense they are serving Mother Earth. They could see it like that also. And that's why their prime concern, prime focus should be on serving the feminine energy on the planet Earth. But the masculines, they don't see it like that. And as I said, the feminine is also not fully healed. So in 50% energy, she is very strong and determined. But the remaining 50% energies, she succumbs to the masculine's demands, which gets piling up. The negative energy keeps piling up. And one day there's a volcanic eruption. And with that volcanic eruption, the masculine also becomes like, how dare she speak to me like this? Or how could she do this to me? So he wants to run away now. Being a tantrumy child, he is putting on some tantrums that I don't want to talk to you. It is not true love. What she feels for me is not love. She does not love me. Why? If she loves me, she would have said yes to me. If she loves me, she would have respected me. If she loved me, she would have conformed to me. If she loves me as a woman, she should have done everything that a man is saying to her. Now, I'm not pitting men and women against each other. I'm saying the society is pitting men and women against each other. And they are being pitted against each other only because they do not have the right type of education. Now, I'm not going to go very deep into this particular subject, because in the channeling, he basically dates a karmic, and the karmic is a horror show, basically. That's the best way to say it. For him. She may not be a horror show for her man, whosoever is her divine counterpart, but definitely for him, she's a big horror show. and she shows him all the torture, all the 3D torture, also third degree torture, as it is said in 3D world only, third degree torture. I wonder who made this third degree torture. So she gives him the third degree torture, which gives him horrors and all kinds of creeps, and he's like, oh my god, this is too much for me to handle. My divine feminine is the best. There is no one like her. And I want to contact her, I want to call her. So he calls her up, and he kind of is not able to apologize instantly, but he does say that, okay, I made a mistake and I should not have just vanished like this and like that. And you might be thinking that she's very happy about it. She is not, because he's taken a long time to contact her. She was expecting that, okay, he will call me in these many months or these many weeks or this much time, but he does not. And this time, because she has always done that, she's always contacted him in the past, this time she doesn't contact him, and she wants to see, although she's very sure that yes, he will come back to me. I am 100% sure he will come back to me, but she wants to see when. How long is he going to take to come back to me? How much is his ego important for him? So he contacts after a good time has gone by. Although when the masculine contacts the feminine, the feminines have actually been doing quite well for themselves, and they do not realize this time. They only realize the length of the time when they are in waiting energies. Once they are out of those waiting energies and they are completely independent, then they don't realize how much time and this and that. In fact, they don't even care about it. But they do. She does question him that what took you so long to get in touch with me? He says, oh, I was doing this. And then honestly, the masculine will tell her everything. And if he doesn't, then the feminine should ask him very clearly. Like, what did you do at that time? Where were you at that time? How many years has it been? Or how many months has it been? Okay, fine. So what made you connect with me? What do you feel? Alright. And don't give your own side of story so soon. Don't get overexcited. Okay, so on this note, I will close this channeling session over here. For your personal situation, you can get in touch with me and get a reading, get a session. And for that, you can check out the description box. It has all the information. There are 2 different types of reading and various other types of therapies. Because the twin flame union does not happen in a day or 2, so therefore it's wise to get into therapy mode, because therapies also go on for some time, so you get an idea and then you can do your inner work independently later on. However, my one request is that if you are getting a reading, then kindly do not share anything about your twin flame journey in advance with me. We will discuss your journey during the session, because if you share everything with me right away, then I cannot do an honest reading. No reader can do an honest reading if they know everything about your condition and situation. That's a very common sense thing. But I know there are some people on the internet, they tell people to share the information. And again, I am not here to judge anyone. They could be doing whatever they want to do, and God bless them and may they be happy. However, this is the way I do it, because somebody was asking me that why you don't need any information. It's because everyone has their own style of doing a session, doing a reading or doing therapy, especially in this field, because this is twin flame, this is ascension, this is a niche thing. Not everyone is into twin flame, not everyone is an ascensioner. Okay, so yes, I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.